China tea, the first of its kind. For several centuries, tea has been shared by nobles, regular citizens, and peasants for both ordinary and special occasions. Although it is now available in every part of the world, China tea is one of the first products introduced in trade and merchandising. Aside from its great taste and soothing effect on the mind and body, the beverage is also frequently consumed to treat different pains and conditions in the body. Kings consumed high-quality tea to present their high rank and status, while average individuals enjoyed the taste and effects. About the history, China tea has been existent for 1,000 of years, so its roots and origin vary among provinces and cities in the land. According to one story dating back 2737 BC, the first brewed tea was discovered by Shennong, a Chinese king and inventor. Shennong ordered his servants to always boil his drinking water before serving it to him to keep it clean. One time he went on a trip with his army and made a stop along the way to rest. His servants boiled his water as usual to prepare it for Shennong. As the water was boiling, a wild tea bush leaf fell into the water without being noticed by the servant. The king went on to drink the brew and discovered that it had a brownish hue but was very refreshing compared to regular boiled water. This was supposedly how tea, or cha, came into existence. The first tea drinkers. China is considered to be the pioneer of tea drinking. It was also regularly consumed as a medicinal and herbal beverage to keep soldiers awake and enhance healing. China holds the oldest records that prove that the Chinese have been taking tea since 1000 BC. Several historical records show how various Chinese dynasties enjoyed the brew, from emperors to lowly servants. Some of the dynasties that were shown to consume China tea include Zhou Dynasty, the Han Dynasty, and the Tang Dynasty. Some books also shared how the first tea plants were cultivated and grown. The leaves were also shown to be processed distinctly, and different effects and flavors can be enjoyed depending on the tea plant or bush. The best tea leaves were located in many remote areas across the country. There were early tea connoisseurs and experts who evaluated the medicinal effects and quality. Preparing tea ages ago. The way people enjoy tea today is a lot different compared to how traditional China tea was prepared in ancient China. Instead of putting crushed tea leaves into tea bags, tea was prepared by processing and grinding leaves in stone mortar and then making compressed cakes. These were referred to as brick tea and can be packed easily for sale or long trips. The powdered tea cakes, or brick teas, were placed inside earthenware pots or kettles, and then boiling water was added. After a few minutes, armies, families, and friends shared in this special beverage. Different tea leaves were also picked and prepared depending on the flavor preferred by drinkers. Tea varieties depend on the plant, the season, and the location. After several years, people discovered a better method to make tea that retained its taste and effects better. The original approach was to steam tea leaves. During the 13th century, the Chinese tried roasting the leaves instead and found that it made better beverages. This became the more preferred method that continues to be used today when serving tea. Drying tea leaves. After cutting, tea has to go through a process to produce thearubigens and theaflavins, which are known antioxidants that cleanse the body and get rid of unwanted toxins and waste products. When tea leaves are dried, the oxidation of thearubigens and theaflavins will cease, so tea makers can control the moisture and the dryness of the tea. During the 17th century, several improvements and developments were done to improve the taste, quality, and medicinal effects of China tea. There were also several types of tea categorized by tea gatherers and makers throughout China. In most cases, tea was named after the color of the leaves during picking, which explains the name white tea, green tea, black tea, etc. These are still available today in different brands and preparations.